This week, one of the things we're going to talk about is using lighting to help tell your story. This is 5 minutes for filmmakers. Hi, I'm Mike Lakoskis with Disobedient Productions. Welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes for Filmmakers. We're being brought to you by the Florida Independent Filmmakers. One of this week's tips comes from a young man who explains how you can use lighting to help with your storytelling. Let's get right into that. Simon Cade's a young man who has a YouTube channel called DSLRguide, and he's got some tips on how you can use lighting to help with your storytelling. He goes into working in light and shadow, and there's several different YouTube videos out there about lighting. The main reason I wanted to call this one out is simply because how young this individual is and how solid the information and well thought out the presentations he does about that information are. And how happy personally I find myself with the fact that we have young filmmakers willing to be this collaborative out in the business. I think he presents the information very well and clearly, and it could benefit any filmmaker in any shoot they've got going on to help bring your story a little bit of depth, a little bit more presentation, and add something for the audience. And it's definitely worth taking the time to go take a look at what he's got to say. On IndieWire, Paula Bernstein has one of her filmmaker surveys where she's talked to some independent filmmakers and asked them, what was the one thing you would like to have known before you shot your first film? Now, not surprisingly, there's several answers regarding collaboration and things like that. It's interesting to see what people who have accomplished that hurdle in their careers have to say about looking back on it for those of us who have not yet cleared that hurdle. It's not a long article. It'll only take you a few minutes to read. On the local side, we are still looking for some music to run over the beginning and end of the show. If you watch episode 2, you'll get details of what it is we're looking for. We've had some submissions. We're still not with what we want. So please, more. Also, the image that you see in the background, we would like to give some photographers the opportunity to also participate in the show. And we're looking for images from you that we could use as our backdrop. We would hopefully get enough submissions and we'd be able to cycle them through. And of course, you'll get credit at the end of each episode that they appear in. You'll find a lot of the details and the release form for it out on the website at Disobedient Productions. The link's in the end. And I really look forward to seeing what kinds of things you might have that would help us. Once again, thank you all so very much for watching. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them below or email me, mike@disobedientproductions.com. If you feel we've missed out on a story that should have been called out this week, let us know about that too. I'm Mike Lakoskis with Disobedient Productions. Please keep filming.